Okay. Hello, Mr. Joe. I have some exciting music for you to start this review off. Maybe, I hope you like it. I don't know if you can hear it. Okay, let's kill that. We started off talking about the Philippines, and you said that things, nowadays things are much better down there. There's not so much corruption or people dying. The government has really changed, right? You say this. The government has really changed. They are much better than they were in the past. Amsal is to assassinate. Park Chung-hee was assassinated. He was assassinated in 1979. The assassin, I don't remember the name of the person. Bump off is killed, but kind of killed quietly. So maybe you'll remember this picture. I included it if you're listening to this, but I don't know if you can see. But remember these two bad guys kind of walk, and they slowly or quickly and quietly push this old lady into the water. Okay. We talked about Chun Ji-hyun and the movie Amsal, and you said in the movie there are two sisters, and she has a twin sister. One works at Samsung, and the other works at LG. Right? Yeah, that's possible. I could see that happening. That's conceivable. I also started by asking, recently, which cities have you been flying to? I can also say, which cities recently have you been flying to? This past month, which cities have you been flying to? We talked about the visas. It's a lot of paperwork, a lot of paperwork. I hate it. We talked about curling, and that there have been many parody videos that have come out that have spread around the internet. But that was a Young Me, right? It was really funny. I had this, it's showtime, right? And this was from that movie Beetlejuice from the 80s. And he says, it's showtime. Those are catchphrases. You hang all? Catchphrases. We talked about the movie Apocalypse Now. And he said, usually we say, I love the smell of coffee in the morning. Most fathers say that. But he says, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Another catchphrase is, say hello to my little friend, huh? From Scarface, for the movie Scarface. Right? He likes her, so he's trying to... Oh, you explained to me this other Korean video we watched, or whatever it was. So he's trying to make sure, he's trying to see if she likes him. He's trying to make sure that she likes him. What's the most important thing for you in this video, right? Name your price. What do you want to pay for this? Oh, hey, I'm selling this. Name your price. What do you want? Or you go to somebody in a market and say, hey, are you selling that? Name your price. You name the price, I'll pay you. You can use that. Okay, we talked about Apocalypse Now. You can use this in other ways. The environmental apocalypse. There was also the snowpocalypse. You told me that in Denver in the south, not Denver, in Dallas, it usually doesn't snow, but this time, it did. Okay. Long time no see is okay, but I think that's kind of for the kind of an older type of English phrase. It doesn't sound correct to me. I always say this, man, it's been a long time. How you been? It's been ages. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? There was a lot of snow. There was a ton of snow. And you made a joke that a lot of cars had gone off the road. There were cars that had gone off the road. Even the police had gone off the road. So I had this meme here, right? Oops. Oh, I just gotta scroll back down. Scroll back up again. This meme here, right? This is the north. But the south, they got the same amount of snow. Looks like this. So we say in the south, they're not really used to snow. Or in the southern part of Korea, it's the same, like Busan. We talked about the bobsled team from Jamaica. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, it's bobsled time. Alright? And we talked about the Olympic Stadium in Seoul, that the government doesn't really know what they want to do with it. So they're not sure. So I said, well, what is a good waste of money? Because whatever you spend your money on, somebody can say, well, you're wasting your money. I kind of think maybe the Olympic Stadium was a waste of money. Nah, I think it was a good use of money. It's good to have the Olympics here. Sometimes they speak English and sometimes they speak in their own language. I like a world where everybody knows two languages. Or if they want to speak in English, they can. They don't have to. When I told my wife that I quit my job, she gave me that deer in the headlights look. This phrase was in the Black Panther. But they say deer in the antelope, or antelope in the headlights look. They said. Sorry about that. When I asked my daughter if she wanted me to buy a pony for her, she couldn't believe it. She gave me that deer in the headlights look. What? Really? Actually, most daughters would just scream and go, "Oh yes, Dad, please!" Sports shoes and tennis shoes and workout shoes and sneakers. There was a joke also in Black Panther. What are the name of these shoes? Oh, they're called sneakers. Sneak up on is the verb. You know, if you want to catch some wild animal, you have to be very quiet and sneak up on it. The king, pronunciation the. But in Jamaica or some parts of the Caribbean, maybe they say the king, duh. Right? We also talked about Jeff Bezos, the Amazon CEO, and that if we go fast, we'll be rushing towards the end of the civilization. So they have this 10,000-year clock, right? And they want to slow civilization down. Decipher. The Germans had a special machine to create codes for them, but the British figured out how to decipher the code. For many years, we couldn't read Egyptian hieroglyphics, but then they found a special stone, the Rosetta Stone, and they were able to decipher the language. Right? Okay. That's all.